Happy morning, everybody. Glad to see you here. It's Monday. Let's look at some trades. My name is Rob Booker. If you're joining us for the first time, you can watch the recordings of these webinars on YouTube or Facebook. If you do watch the recordings on YouTube or Facebook, please leave a subscribe. Like the Facebook page or subscribe to the YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We'll be here Monday through Thursday this week. And if things go well, and if you're enjoying yourselves and we're all having a good time, then we'll come back and do a whole additional multiple weeks of webinars together where we find trades, review indicators, talk about new strategies, backtest robots, and much more. I'm always happy to see your bright and shining faces in the morning. Welcome to all of you. If you're watching on the recording for the first time, hey, don't be afraid to share this with a friend because it's awesome. And here we go. This is the euro yen. I've been looking at some of these trends on the yen, trying to find out if this is for real. So far, I don't think it's for real, and I know it looks like it's for real. It's a slow, steady incline here, and my indicator thing, shiz, is totally just not working correctly, but here we go. It just seems to be going like a rocket ship upwards. I know that that's what it looks like it's doing. However, take a look at this. This ADX still hasn't reached into the levels of trending. This ADX at the bottom of the screen is going to measure the strength of a trend, and it's still a weak-ish trend strength. And in those kinds of conditions, I actually expect reversals, or at least sideways markets that go up and down, even if they're going at an incline. In other words, I don't know if this is headed a lot higher, but as of right now, it does not appear to be the case. Check out the New Zealand yen, which is another really strong, or apparently or seemingly strong financial instrument right now. And if we put the ADX at 40 on a yen pair, which is not atypical for me to do, we still haven't even reached into the realm of trend strength, even though we're going up. And there are multiple missed, I believe it's weekly pivots, thanks to Andrew Palladino, we talked about this. I think weekly pivots below where we are right now. Let's change the color to green. Let's take a look and see if there's an unhit weekly pivot here, so that's not missed yet. It still has all week long to hit this, and then has a missed pivot from last week. This is actually, one missed pivot is actually a sign of strength. So on a retracement, we've got to see this drop below this week's pivot, and then I think we could actually start reversing and going down a long way. But other than that, I don't see a lot of stuff out there right now. This is not a really significant, and this is not some kind of glorious trend that we're looking at here. And I just don't see it. Anyway, it's nice to see you all here. One of the things I want to do in these webinars, especially on days where we have a lack of exciting market activity, or one of these days like today, where there really aren't a lot of trades that I'm looking at that seem to be setting up for a day trade. One of the things that I like to do is look at an indicator that maybe we've never looked at before. And let's refresh this chart and take a look at, we don't really need to take a look at the one indicator that I was trying to pull up on the screen here, the Palladino RSI 5. It's the quintuple RSI indicator, and it shows on the screen as this line that comes up and down, this green line coming up and down through the screen. We don't really need that, because what I've done today is I've put on the chart the Chris Moody Williams Vix Fix. I don't know if you guys know, guys and gals of all shapes and sizes. I don't know if you all know Chris Moody. He has developed hundreds of indicators for TradingView.com, and he's actually a lifetime member on my website. He doesn't come around very often, but I love the guy, and he's absolutely amazing, and would love to have him on the webinar or the podcast sometime. So if Chris, you're watching this recording, we salute your service, and we think you're the greatest, and I'd love to have you on the webinar sometime, and especially on the podcast. I don't exactly know what this Vix Fix thing does, but good morning to Wes, and I was just checking this out today. It's a pretty cool TradingView indicator.
Yo. Good morning.
Yo, word. So I wrote to Chris on Twitter today, and I said, hey, Chris, your PDF is broken that describes this indicator, but I want to show you something that this indicator does that's really interesting. And Wes, I thought you'd find this interesting as well. We're constantly looking for places where the market has produced either Knoxville divergence or an RSI 5, a quintuple oversold or overbought indication. We're constantly looking for good places to get into that trade, trend line breaks or early entries on after this early warning sign that the market is going to reverse. And this is really cool. When you see multiple, I don't even know what to call these, histogram bars on the Vix Fix from Chris Moody, whenever you see multiple, like 10, 20 of these in a row, I don't know why or how, Wes, but suddenly this thing drops off and it creates a bar that is like at the most 60% of the height of the other ones. And this seems to be a really neat place for the market to reverse. So I want to show you all how to get this indicator on your tradingview.com charts. And you right click on the chart, you choose Insert Indicator, and you go to the search box and you type in VIX, and I bet we can find it right here, VIX Fix. I'm going to favorite it right there. And maybe I already had, I don't know. It has 12,382 likes. Like, this is a really popular indicator. CM underscore Williams underscore VIX underscore fix finds market bottoms. He who find market bottom have stinky finger. Let's look at some more examples of this. It's kind of cool what this can do. Here's another example of multiple VIX fixes. And then we get a candle down here that's like 40% the height of the other ones after a string of green candles. It's kind of like a squeeze indicator. And that's an indication that we're going to have some kind of reversal back up in the opposite direction. The more I look at this, the more I really like it. And these are not sequential. They don't all go in a row, so I'm just going to ignore those. It's got to be one giant thick grouping of these, like this or like this. And what we're looking for is not just the fact that there's a grouping of them. We need to see a candle, not a candle, a histogram bar become much shorter than all the other ones, like right there. That's much shorter, and that would be a reversal. That would be a buy, and then this would be another buy right here. Now, these two combined, buy trades combined, become or lead to or forecast, foreshadow, forecast shadow, circumnavigate the globe. I don't know what they do, but they make the market goes up. This is really kind of cool. You cannot have this for MT4, but you can have this for, it sounds like a divergence indicator. It sounds like a squeeze indicator. Montreal Mike the Great. Yes, absolutely. Daryl says, can you show how to put the pivots on too? Yeah, I'd be happy to do that. I want to give an early warning sign indication to everybody that's out there and you're asking to get this on MetaTrader. I'm just gonna say this 1,000 times, and I'm sorry to say this. Use TradingView. You could start by using it for free. Stop using MetaTrader. It's garbage. It's just garbage. I'm done with MetaTrader mostly. We're running our robots on it, but we're going to switch everything over to TradingView, including all of our algorithmic and automated trading, everything over to TradingView. It's not expensive. And let's say that you are a sports car mechanic. So let's say you're a sports car mechanic and you work on these sweet rides, right, Wes? That'd be
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
a Ferrari. I can't remember which Ferrari this is, but that is an awesome Ferrari that I would really like to have. Oh, I'll tell you what I also want. 911R. This was on Top Gear last season. This 911R. This car is just ridiculous. This was $135,000 when it came out, Wes. They made
Yeah.
991 of them. Now the lowest price you can get a used one at is $500,000.
Oh, crap.
You know?
That is awesome.
I'm going to have to sell a lot of $29 classes to
Yeah. Yeah,
buy
we're
those.
many of them.
Disorganized toolbox. Okay, so if you're running that shop, are these the tools that you use? These dumpy, gross, disgusting tools? No. And so for those of you that are like, oh, TradingView is expensive, it's $10 a month or whatever. Just remember, if you're this is something you want to do professionally, don't be afraid to shell out a little bit of money. TradingView doesn't give me any money in exchange for telling you that, by the way. That I don't get a cut of that. I could actually get a cut of that. I could give you a link right now, and if you signed up, I would get paid. I don't even give that link out. I don't even know where that link is. I'm just telling you because, yeah, it costs a little bit of money to have the right tools. I pay for TradingView. I even pay for my own indicators on TradingView. That's how disgusting this relationship is. All right.
Yeah.
Um,
I pay for Rob's indicators too, by the way, on TradingView. So
All right. So
throwing that out there.
literally, there are so many awesome indicators on these charts that you can just, okay, I'm going to shut up now. I love you all. Sorry if that offended anybody. I love you all. You're the best ever. You're the greatest. We love you. We're your parents and we love you and we're proud of you no matter what you do. Okay, here we go. This indicator, once again, Wes, after an RSI 5 and some sweet little tiny Nashville divergences, and then this candle comes. This candle, I'm calling it a candle. I'm just being an idiot. Sorry, everybody. This bar, this histogram bar, goes down to like 30% of the height of the other ones. It's like a squeeze indicator. It's really cool. I think you should check this out on TradingView today. Let's answer our good friend's question. How does you get the pivots? You right-click, insert indicator, and you look for pivots. And you look for pivot points standard inside your built-in indicators. Now, what comes up is all this garbage. This is disgusting, and no one wants to look at this. You right-click on it, or you double-click on a line, and you uncheck all the pivots. Change the color of a daily pivot to blue, because that's the way it's supposed to be. Change the pivot's time frame to daily. Change the style to a thick blue line, and then you're good to go. And it will only go as far back as you tell it to go. So it's only going back like 15 days right now. If you wanted to go back further, you just change that number. Thanks for joining us. Once again, I just want to remind you, youtube.com/Rob Booker. Would love for you to drop by that page, watch these webinars, the recordings, and leave a subscribe on that page. That would be great. And we'll be back tomorrow for another short webinar and a look at an indicator or a backtesting of a strategy. I would love to do some backtesting tomorrow, Wes.
That would be really awesome.
Let's backtest a robot tomorrow. I love you all. Thanks for joining us here today. We're so happy to see you every morning. Bye for now.
Bye.